everyone, my name's Ercy and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to talk about my daughter's favorite books. So if that is something you are interested in seeing, then stick around. So it's no surprise to anyone, I am a mom. My daughter just recently turned 4 back in November and she loves to read. I think that is such a great thing that a parent can do for a child, is to read to them. And it's just so much fun to read to her because she is just so curious and you just see her brain like wake up whenever she is in front of a book. These are just some of the books that we reread all the time, at least this year. I wanted to share these books with you guys because in case you have little ones and you're looking for some really great reads for them, this video might be helpful for you. But let's just quickly go over what I think a good children's book needs to have. I think it needs to have really great interactive qualities about it. I think that they need to have a really great message or things that your kid can pull from them and incorporate into their own daily lives. I think that's what really makes children's books great. And on top of that, you want them to enjoy the book. A book can have a really great lesson, a really overall great message, but if your kid doesn't connect with it, it's just another book of words, right? Like your kid needs to be able to connect with these books in some way or another, not in some super existential way like we would do as adults, but in a way that's relatable to them, in a way that they can understand, in a way that they can associate with themselves or see themselves in some of the things that they're doing, on top of learning great skills. So let's just stop rambling and go over some of these favorites in my household. The first book I'm going to talk about is Hair Love by Matthew A. Cherry and Vashti Harrison. This is one I don't currently have in my possession because we borrowed this one from the library, but when we did have it, we must have read it like 10 times. Like, my daughter loved this book, but what's also great about this one is that there is a short on it. You can actually see the animation of this book. So I don't know if the animation came first or the book. They might have came out at the same time. I don't know, but either way, the story is really cute and great. This is a story about Zuri and her hair. And when her mom is away, it's up to her dad to help her get ready and do her hair. This is really tender and loving and really appreciative of different hair textures. You can obviously, my hair is super curly naturally, and then my daughter has a very mixed hair texture, so she definitely related to this one because she's got curls, she's got straight hair, she's got wavy hair. It's all in one, and it's every day doing her hair is a trip. So this is definitely something we related to in our household. But what I really love about this one is just, even though we have this focus on the hair and appreciating your inner beauty and the beauty of textured hair, it's also about the bonding between the daughter and the dad, and also respect to their mom. So I would definitely recommend you guys check this one out. It's so beautiful. It's such a great little book. So please go read this one with your kids. The rest of the books I actually do have with me in my possession. So the next one I'm going to talk about is Always. I Love You Always by Emma Dodd. And this one is such a cute little book, and it goes over different emotions. It's about a mama elephant just knowing her baby and the different kinds of emotions that the baby elephant goes through. And that no matter what the kid is going through, the mom is still going to always love them. So what's really great about this one is that it kind of goes through all of the emotions with the bonus of opposites review. As I read this, my daughter will reenact each of the emotions. So right here in the first page, it's like, sometimes you're happy. Very simple. Sometimes you're happy. And then I'll ask my daughter to show me a happy face. And then the next thing is sometimes you're sad, and she'll pretend she's sad. And it just kind of goes through different emotions in this really cute, relatable book that's super simple, but really helps with younger kids learning about the different kinds of emotions that they may be feeling, and that no matter what, at the end of the day, your parents are always going to love you, no matter how complex your emotions may be. So this one's really great. My daughter loves this one. I must have read this one a million times. I could have completed my Goodreads challenge with just this book. Like, with the amount of times that I've read this book to her, my Goodreads challenge would have been done and over with in like a week. so yeah, this one's really cute. If you see this one, I think we got this one at Target, and you have a little one. This is a good one. Speaking of emotions, a newer book to our collection that my daughter absolutely loves is How Do Dinosaurs Say I'm Mad by Jane Yolen and Mark Teague. And in case it wasn't obvious, the dinosaurs just represent the kids and their emotions. And this one just shows that everyone gets angry every once in a while, including the kids. And it's okay so long as you're able to do the steps in order to get out of that anger. So there are a few books in this dinosaur series. This is the only one that we actually own. We've borrowed a couple other ones from the library. But this one is really good because it shows the dinosaurs being angry and like making a mess and doing these naughty things. And it asks the kids, should you be doing this when you're mad? And like, as I'm reading this, my daughter will be like, no, that's not nice. Like, you don't do that. And she'll say these things as I'm going through each of the pages. And then towards the end, it talks about what are some strategies that the kid can do in order to, or the dinosaur can do to get out of this anger. So it's like count to 10, take a deep breath, clean up your mess, apologize, talk about your feelings, talk about what happened. And these are things that my daughter actually does. So her seeing this in this book helped her kind of associate and use those skills herself. So sometimes when she's upset and angry, I'll ask her, is this what a dinosaur is supposed to be doing? And she's like, no. I was like, what can you do? And she's like, and she'll just start counting. She's like, 1, 2, like, it's really cute, but you know, she's really upset too. But yeah, I think that books like this is, even though it's super simple, kids need to see that in a book. Like, I can talk to her about going through all of those steps, no problem, right? And I do, but I think her seeing those strategies employed in a super fun and playful way in this book really helped her kind of employ those strategies in real life. And that's why I like this book too. A more whimsical favorite for us to talk about is Dream Animals, A Bedtime Journey by Emily Winfield Martin. And this one, the illustrations are just gorgeous. So I'll just show you a couple of them. They're all done in this really beautiful style. And I just think it's so pretty. And so she just really loves looking at the pictures while I read her the story. Sorry, I'm just looking at the viewfinder. But yeah, like, the artwork is gorgeous. I think it's so beautiful. But yeah, this is just one of those whimsical bedtime stories. It's got rhythm because it rhymes, and the artwork is gorgeous. And this is a really great bedtime story that highlights the beauty of imagination and having pleasant thoughts as you're going into dream world. This is really great. Switching gears to a more interactive book. This one is Where's Your Mommy, T-Rex? It's a jigsaw book the illustrations are by Ronnie Gazzola. And this is a super simple book, but you can see how beat up. There's like tape here, like pages are held together by tape, like the edges are worn. Like, we've gone through this book over and over and over again because my daughter loves this book. Not so much because of the story, but because each of the pages have this little 6-piece jigsaw puzzle on each page as it goes through the little simple story. So it's not so much the story that my daughter loves, it's the puzzles. And this was one of the first puzzles that we got for her. And when we first got this one for her, she was like 2, so she was just getting the hang of it, putting the pieces together. And like, the pictures are under here, so it's not as if it's really, I'll just take this one out. It's not as if it's really difficult because the jigsaw puzzle matches the picture in here. But with her doing this over and over again and practicing her puzzles, she is so good at puzzles now. Like, at 4, she's 4 years old right now, and she's already doing 36 and 50-piece puzzles because she started off with really simple ones like this one. Granted, I did help her a lot in the beginning, but now she just takes out all the pieces. She'll mix up all the pieces in this and then put them back in here, and she does it really fast. And so I think that's why we really love this little book, because I feel like it helped her with her jigsaw puzzle skills. And I really think it's cool to watch a kid do jigsaw puzzles, because you think jigsaw puzzles with adults, right? Like we do these huge 500,000, 2,000 piece puzzles and stuff like that, and we forget that they're really simple puzzles too. And we all started off like this. So yeah, that's why we really love this book, and you can see how worn out it is. My daughter will not let me get rid of this. I think I put it in like a donation pile, and then my daughter pulled it out of the donation pile. She's like, "What are you doing? You're not going to get rid of my book." So yeah, we still have this. As I was putting this list together, my daughter's like looking at all the books, and she's getting excited. She's like, "What? Why are all my books out? What? Are we reading all of the books? Are we doing the puzzles?" And she started pulling out all the pieces of this one and started putting it together as I'm like making an outline for this video. So it was really cute. So anytime I go to a bookstore and I'll see like that little stand, the books that are based off of TV shows for kids, I always just think to myself, like, that's such a money grab. You know, you're pulling from these TV shows, and obviously the kids are going to be like, "Ooh, PJ Masks, ooh, Bluey," and like grab those books, but like they're just the episodes of the show in the book. However, I really truly feel Bluey is on a different level, and I really, really love the show and this little book right here. So this one in particular is Bob Bilby, and this is just this little puppet right here. Bingo has to take this puppet home from school and show it a good time, take pictures, and then bring it back to class in order for the next kid to have an adventure with the little puppet. But what's interesting with this one is that Bingo, as she's first going through her little adventure, she's looking back at the pictures and noticing that they weren't really having that much fun, because all of the pictures showed them like watching TV, on the tablet, playing on the phone. Nothing really exciting or interesting, and it was really boring. So they decided to put all the technology away and then have a really great time bonding together as a family, going to the park, the playground, and doing interesting things. So do you guys recognize the lesson that we're seeing here? So this is just really great, because then we'll read this and then my daughter wants to go and be like, "Can we go to the park?" And I'm like, "All right, put on your jacket, let's go to the park." So it's just a great message about putting down technology and having fun with your family. So that's why I feel like this book is really great, and she was able to associate that and see that and want to be more interesting by doing things in real life rather than just watching TV, you know? So yeah, this is a really great one to show that message. Another book based off a TV show as well is Pete the Cat and His 4 Groovy Buttons, written by Eric Litwin, and the art is by James Dean, the creator of Pete the Cat. These Pete the Cat books are low-key great. Like, they're really good. This one focuses on Pete and his 4 buttons. They keep popping out, and instead of getting upset, he just finds positivity and just grooving on with life and finding all the positive things about what he has in his possession and not being upset that, you know, his buttons keep popping off. But what's also great about this one is that aside from this message of positivity, we get very simple math. So this is a really great introduction for these math skills, because my daughter will count his buttons and we'll kind of go through very simple subtraction. You know, she's 4, so she's just now starting to comprehend these math skills. But yeah, she really loves this because, you know, the way that they do this book, it's really fun, because he sings a song, so I have to sing it to her. And it's Pete the Cat. He's super positive. He's just low-key chill about, you know, life and finding things that make him happy, so we can find the positive sides of these kind of things. So that's why I really like this one, the overall message of this one. And other books in the Pete the Cat series are actually really great. They have these really cute lessons and they have this very interactive quality to them as well, because the text will ask the kids questions and she'll answer them as well as I'm going through it. So yeah, definitely check this one out. It's really cute too. a newer book to our collection that she has quickly grown to love. And it is a nonfiction book, and it is Earth, My First 4.54 Billion Years. And this is written by Stacy McAnulty, and the illustrations are by David Litchfield. And this book is just all about Earth, the planet Earth, its origins, the formation of the continents, its history throughout time, the state of the planet now, and things that we can do to make it better. Yeah, it's just an exploration of the planet Earth. And as a 4-year-old, you know, she's pointing at the pictures and she's asking questions. I think it's really great. Starting off your kids with nonfiction in a very fun and playful way, I think is really cool and important, because how else are they going to learn about the world, right? So yeah, this one just kind of goes through different facts about the Earth, and I highly recommend this one. We have the other two in this series where it goes through the sun and the moon, but she's been gravitating towards this one. So I wonder if that focus will switch if I start reading the other ones to her more, like just pulling them out and like putting this one away for a little bit. But she really likes this one, so it's just really cute and a great little nonfiction book for them. Another book that is super cute and celebrates one's desires and dreams is Itty Bitty Kitty Corn by Shannon Hale and Luyan Pham. And this one is just so cute. I mean, you can see it's super adorable and appealing to kids my daughter's age, right? This one is about a little kitten that wants to be a beautiful unicorn. And she'll dress up as a unicorn and try to act like a unicorn, but she's got these two negative friends, the parrot and the gecko, that keep telling her, like, girl, you're just a cat, like, calm down. And the kitty is trying to find different ways to embody this unicorn personality that she feels that she has, until at the very end it is celebrated in a very cute, loving way. It's about seeing someone for who they really are and accepting them for that and loving them for that. And what's really cute also is that we have the end pages here. I know this is like a really big book. But on the end pages, we have like this little story going on as well. And she makes me narrate this for her. Even in the back too, there's like the little, this little story here that I have to narrate to her every time that I read this book. So it's like 3 books in one. So, but yeah, she really loves this one. It's so cute, and it's just about being true to who you are and your dreams and desires, and it's just so cute. So I love this, the message, everything, so cute. The very last book I want to talk about, and it's really cute and fun and beautiful. It's Do Princesses Wear Hiking Boots by Carmela Lavigna Coyle, illustrations by Mike Gordon and Carl Gordon. So this one is really special for us. When we moved from North Carolina to Oregon, I actually flew to New York first with my daughter. We just spent some time with our family before the move, while my husband drove cross country with the dog to start the setup process of us being in Oregon. So we were separated for about a month because of this process, this moving process. And then, you know, obviously we were all reunited and everything. But while my husband was in Yellowstone National Park along his trip, he actually stopped off, read this one, like, he went to the bookstore to find something for her and saw this one and thought this was just perfect for our daughter. So he picked it up there, and then he mailed it to my mother-in-law so that way she can give it to us. So my mother-in-law read it, cried. I read it, cried. My daughter read it, and then she was just like happy about it. She's like, oh my God, this is so cool. Like, she really loved it. The reason why we got super emotional about this one is just because this was just a perfect book. And it just described my daughter perfectly. My kid, she's not super girly, but she's just very playful, and she's got a really great sense of humor, and she's wild, wild in a good way. Like, she likes to get dirty, and she's just like a fun kid. She's just very much an individual, and I feel like this book celebrates that. especially with girls, there are like these expectations of what it means to be a girl, and those expectations are just thrown out the window with this book, and you can still be a princess while, you know, wearing your hiking boots or just getting dirty and having messy hair and just being silly. So we love this one, and I felt like my husband, this was just a testament of how well my husband knows his daughter. Like, and I'm so glad he got this for her, because it was just perfect. It was a perfect book. This one's just so cute. So that's it. Those are some of the books that my daughter has been loving and that I have been loving reading to her as well. I definitely recommend these books for parents of little ones, if you're looking for more books to add to your library, or just to borrow from your own library as well, if you have access to one. Let me know in the comments if you have read any of these to your kids, and if your kids really love them, or you really love them as well. Or also, I would love to hear some of your children's books recommendations for us to go check out as well. I think that'd be really cool too. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.